All right, and you want to know what? I'm really tired of dudes who want to have all the benefits of it. Like they want to lay up with you, they want to have you convenient when they want to have sex with you, but that's it. All right, what's up, y'all? Kelzo Gay. All right, it's another episode of that Say So TV. So, you know what to do. Get your blunts rolled and kick back and watch your boy. All right, y'all. So let's get it. Top 5 signs of a dude that's gonna waste your time. All right. So I got y'all. Y'all ain't even got to worry about that. And I wanted to make this because I've been seeing a lot of dudes posting statuses about them feeling like they wasting their time. And I mean, I think I could relate as well. I think we all can. Cause we all in this old shitty ass dating pool. We know what's up. So I'm about to give y'all some warning signs to look out for. And this is all for the dudes that are looking for a partner, not a dude looking for a fuck with a friends with benefit. I always call them fuck with buddies, because that's what I always thought it meant before I knew it was friends with benefit. When I would see FWB, when niggas would be like, I want an FWB, I would be like, you want to fuck with buddy? Nah, real talk. Like, and yeah, I have found out that it was friends with benefits, but it's like I always end up saying fuck with buddy anyway. But yeah, so if you looking for a partner, these are the top 5 signs that you want to look out for. If you ain't trying to waste no time, if you ready to get with somebody, you ready to start your family, you ready to build something, you ready to, you know what I'm saying, put that ring on it, these are the signs that you want to look out for, all right? So, top 5. Number 1 is if he is unsuccessful or unhappy in his own definition. And the reason why I say in his own definition, y'all, is because everybody has their own definition of what success is. You know what I'm saying? And what happiness even means. When I say this, I'm saying that to one guy, having his own crib, car, having a good, stable job, and not having much stress and having a little savings and shit, that's not enough. Then you got another guy who he's still staying with his mama, or he got a roommate, or he's not where he is wants to be financially, so you know he's not successful in his eyes, or this guy has been trying to be a rapper for X amount of time, or a singer or a model for X amount of time, and he hasn't gotten there yet. So in his eyes, he's not successful. This is also for those big dreamers and those guys who feel like they need to be rich with a mansion and shit to be successful. You know what I'm saying? So if a guy does not feel successful in his own definition, meaning that he needs to still go and chase the bag, and he is, really trying to get where he's trying to go. If a person has not experienced enough, or they don't feel like they fulfill themselves, they're not going to be ready to deal with anybody. Okay, like they're not going to be ready to be with anybody for a serious amount of time. You're on borrowed time with guys like those, straight up. It just is what it is. But if a guy doesn't feel like he's happy either, because happiness is a choice, and it also is optimism. Also, it's about an emotion. A lot of wise people know that happiness is an emotion. It comes and it goes. You will get wherever you want to get and get to your biggest fulfillment in life, and you are still going to experience days of sorrow, days of anger. You're going to be happy even when you are broke. There's going to be times where you're happy. I mean, it comes and goes. If you look at happiness as a destination, eventually that you'll get to, that is going to set you up for a pessimistic mindset, and you're going to be unhappy for the most part because you don't see it as the now. Those kind of people cannot really cherish a relationship because they are not happy with themselves, you know? So if a dude, when you get to talking to him and you could tell that he's not at his definition, just ask him, is he successful? Does he feel like he's successful? If he doesn't say yes, he's not ready. He's gonna waste your time. Niggas who do not feel like they've done enough, they're using you to get where they want or something. It's a benefit behind it, period. Also, a lot of these guys do not have their own crib. They have roommates or they stay with their parents. Those guys are not ready for a relationship. These guys are saying that they're practicing self love because they are trying to cover up the fact that they are adolescent, immature, and they have not accomplished or done anything. And who is gonna be ready to settle down with somebody when they haven't done shit? If you don't feel like you're successful, then of course you're not going to want to settle down with anyone. And I noticed that that's one main difference between the guys that are ready to settle down and the guys that are not. Even though I'm young, I am very successful. I feel like I've done a lot of things that I've completed, and I'm very proud of my accomplishments. I got a lot of different certificates. I got a lot of different ways of income. I have lived in different cities. I've been in different places, traveled all over since I was a child, though. And I've feel like I've done so much. Like I feel like my life is like a movie, and I'm just very, you know, like proud. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what drives me to want to be with somebody. Cause it's like I'm ready to share my world. I'm tired of this whole gigolo shit, this whole bachelor lifestyle. It's like it just gets old. You can just this shit. You do the same shit. It's just the same shit, a revolving door over and over again with different niggas. That shit is not fucking cute. That shit is not healthy. That shit's not sexy to me. Um, it's cool. It's cool right now. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't typically agree with that lifestyle. Especially, I wouldn't want my dude to do it, so I don't really like it. That's a whole nother topic in itself, right there. However, um, that makes sense. If they're not, a lot of these guys, they don't feel successful. I've been giving a lot of guys the benefit of the doubt too much and giving them way too much respect. Just because, I'm thinking just because we all around 30 or some 25 and up, I felt like, should be somewhat together. And I'm now learning that that is not true at all. Those are kids still, straight up. Like, you don't really get into the adults until I would say probably past 35 is when I'm starting to calculate. Because I've noticed all the young, fine niggas do not want to settle down. It's only the unattractive to the main market. I'll say unattractive to the majority. Um, and the older, like past 40, like type shit. Like, cause if a dude's 30, I've ran into 35 and ups, and if they still got the body and the looks, they don't be ready either. Like, I think it's really bogus and lame, to use that as a cloak to hide under, to use as an excuse to feel so damn arrogant, because it's not confidence. And I think y'all mistake confidence for arrogance and all kind of shit. That's not confidence. All right, so that's warning sign number one. All right. Now, number two, if and I was just talking about this, if he talks about wanting to be friends with benefits, or he just wants to go with the flow, or, he's just looking for a chill dude to kick it with. I hear this all the time. Like, oh yeah, I'm just looking for a cool dude to kick it with. And, I'm just going with the flow right now. And I'm just, everything is just, like, honestly, that's how you get trapped in this revolving door. If you don't do things intentionally, you will fall into whatever. It's kind of like that saying, if you don't stand up for something, you'll fall for anything. And if you don't intentionally want to find a guy to be with, you are going to deal with bullshit. Okay? So what guys need to understand is, when dudes are saying that they're looking for a friends with benefit, or um, they're just going with the flow. The just going with the flow could mean that they are just nervous and shy and they don't know what you think. So we could give that some time. But if they're saying that they straight up want a friends with benefit, straight up, this dude is about to waste your time. He's going to fuck on you, take you for granted, get what he can, and when he ready, he gonna toss your ass to the side. And that's just what it is. So be aware of that. If you're not looking for that, don't get with that and think that he eventually will change and he will eventually like you enough to be with you. That is not how that shit goes. You may be charming enough to get that going, but you will be slapped in the face later and shot in the foot down the road. Trust and believe. All right. So moving on. When we get down to number 3, this one is, it kind of ties into the second one, but if he likes to cuddle and fuck exclusively, but he don't want no title, like, meaning he wants to only have sex with you and only have this thing going, but it doesn't need to be a title. He's gonna waste your time, because guys that actually want to do something and start something, they know what they want. This is a guy that doesn't really know what they want, or they don't know what they want, or they don't want it with you. That's another thing. It ain't always that a guy don't know what they want. They just may not want it with you, but they'll keep you right here at bay because it's convenient, and they may have other vices. They may be lonely, or they may be needing of your type of energy at some point, but not all the time or something. So if you're not trying to be a fun time boy or a temporary little fling or a fuck on thing, then this ain't the move for you either. This is going to lead you down a path of being very regretful down the line. All right, so then now number 4, too busy. If a nigga's busy, if a nigga's too busy, like if a nigga ain't got, if he ain't got no time to do nothing because he's always fucking working, like if the only time that you can see the dude, at certain times, and it's just he's just too busy all the time, that means that this guy puts his career in the front of everything. And honestly, family should be first. And if it's not to him, then you will not start that family. Um, Guys who are in deep endowed into their career, you have to understand, um, these guys are content with themselves as honestly being alone and shit. This is a hyper independence thing. When someone's hyper independent, that keeps them from being able to be in a relationship, and that unfortunately happens after a long time of being single. A lot of guys get very um, hyper independent. Like, you didn't got used to doing everything on your own. You've done everything on your own. Now having someone come along feels like you're releasing too much power and you don't know how to be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? So relationships do require interdependence, not codependency. Because if you can't live without nobody, that's the opposite. That's going to not work either. You have to be in the middle, not hyper dependent or codependent. You need to be interdependent, meaning you have the ability to release and relinquish some power and compromise. However, your ass knows what you want, you assertive, and you go after it, and if it's not right, you ain't fucking with it. Those are the things, the area that you need to be in. Real talk. Alright? Or that they need to be on, in order for you to know that they're not gonna waste your motherfucking time. But yeah, I just don't like it. You know what I'm saying? But alright, anyway, moving on to number 4. Number 5. If he's emotionally unavailable. And what I mean by this is, like, because this could be confusing, but I'm about to put y'all up on game, all right? Because you know what? This is some player shit right here, but let me let y'all know something. If you are in the this little mode with a dude where you see him one night and maybe even the next night, but then you don't see him for like a week, and then you'll see him again another night, and then you won't see him again for about 3-4 days, and then you will see him again another night. You notice how I keep saying another night, right? He only comes through when he gets off of work or when he's free, like when he ain't got nothing else to do or nothing that he got going on in his life. I call this vacationing, okay? And this is a ultimate player move. And everybody's doing player shit now with this social media shit, so this applies. I'm saying this because it's not the fact that he's not spending all of his free time with you, because he could come up with all kind of excuses with that, like, oh, I have a life, I've got this going on, I've got that going on, and whatever the fuck, you get what I'm saying? The point is, if he's not allowing you into his life, if he's vacationing on your ass, meaning you're his literally only he just comes and fucks on you and then goes off to his own life, comes back, fucks on you, goes back to his own life. Basically, when this nigga leaves y'all's four walls that y'all be in on a regular basis, you don't know where he's at, what he's doing, who he's with. You don't know none of his people. He ain't introduced you to none of the people that he fuck with. You ain't never really in to see him interact with other people. This is called, and then the guy will make you think, and this is very common with DL guys. They'll do this with you, and this is called a conditioning process. They'll make you think that eventually, with all those little nights that they come over and fuck on you and y'all cuddle up and then they go home in the next morning, that these nights are going to build you guys' bond to a certain point where they'll be comfortable enough to bring you around people and all this other shit. No. Let me tell y'all something real 100 shit. When a nigga's interested in you and he fucks with you, you will have to tell him, hey, I don't want to I don't want to be around all your friends right now. I may not want to meet your family right now. Like, slow down type shit. Because the nigga will want to bring you around and have you showing the fuck off. Will want to, and not every guy is like this, but they will at least take it as you're a homie and introduce you as a homie or a friend to their friends and shit. It ain't gonna always, I'm not saying that it gotta be about the whole you're doing this boyfriend thing yet, because I think that what I'm basically saying is y'all got to be in tune with each other's lives. Y'all got to be welcoming into each other's lives. If they're going to treat you like a nigga or a fuck or a fling, you will be that as long as you allow that shit to happen. I've met guys where it's the first week and they got me around their friends. The first couple of days they got me around their friends. The first month I done met their family. Like, it's not that fucking serious. It's 2021. If any nigga make you think that me and his family is some grand old thing, he's full of shit. Okay? Niggas meet niggas' families all the time and leave their ass to the fucking wayside and move on about their business and on with their life all the time. It will not kill you to introduce a nigga around and have a nigga around your circle, or introduce a nigga to the places you like to go and not just come around and fuck on him. So if a dude is doing that with you, straight up, he's wasting your time. All right, that is player shit. All right. So now that is the top 5. However, I got 2 bonuses for y'all, and they good too. All right. So the first bonus, a lot of guys do not pay attention to this, and this is for all of my hot boys. Okay, if they itemize you, like, they put your ass up on this pedestal, it's always about your looks. It's always about how fine you are, and oh, you're just so, they just crush on you so hard. This is called infatuation. Okay? This is not special. This is nothing to feel special for. These niggas do this shit with every nigga that they find attractive, and it is 2021. We know that there's millions of us, okay? Attractive niggas. So, if a nigga is doing the most over your looks, he is definitely going to waste your time, because not only is it that he's just itemizing you and really just infatuated with you, what the negative part about that is that once you guys spend some time together and he actually gets to know you, anything you do will be like, oh my God, this motherfucker's human. Once they start to notice that you're a human being, they will start to lose interest in you because it was all fake. The whole feelings that they had for you wasn't real anyway. It was all about this perfect image of you. All right. Then on top of that, like I said, they do this with everybody. These are the players. These are the guys that are gonna waste your time because it's just about the superficial things of it all, about how you make them look, about how you stand next to them, and how you compliment them. That's gonna waste your time because those guys go through seasons like clothes. Like it's like, oh, this is hot for the season, but hey, after a while, this shit gonna be old, and that's how they do guys. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, those are my top five, and I honestly feel like I'm missing some shit. So if whatever y'all think, go ahead and comment and let me know. So that's it, y'all. That's my top five, and fuck with your boy in the next one. Peace.